In today's video, facts about Kurumi Tokisaki from Data Live, and that's coming up. What's up there and welcome to a brand new video on 414 Anime. In today's video, I'm bringing you facts about Kurumi Tokisaki from the series Data Live. And hey, if you're new here, why not join the 414 community by hitting the subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss out. So a few months ago, I posted a video, 5 quick facts about Kurumi Tokisaki, and for anyone that knows this channel, knows me well, you know that Kurumi is my waifu, so I'm extremely excited to be bringing this video for you today. But in that previous video, I said if it got a certain amount of likes, then I'd make a much more detailed video on Kurumi. So that's what I'm doing now. This video is going to feature facts that, you may already know from the series, but as well as that, I've tried to throw in as much as I can, so you'll get some sort of value out of this. And like always as well, the video will contain spoilers, so if you haven't caught up on the show yet, then please come back later. So what I've done with this one is I've just broken it down into 4 categories. I'm just going to cram in as much content about Kurumi as possible. So with that being said, here are the facts. So Kurumi was the 3rd spirit to ever appear in the Data Live world, and due to her brutal actions, she is referred to as the worst spirit, but more on that in just a second. And the first kanji in Tokisaki, which is Toki, means time, which is very, very relevant to this character. And according to the afterword of Volume 16, Kurumi was the first character created, and she was actually created before the series was even planned to be, which is incredible. There's no actual set age for Kurumi, obviously she's been around a while, but physically it's stated that she's around 17 years of age. Kurumi's threat level is also S-class, which is higher than Toka, but lower than the inverse Toka, which makes her officially the most dangerous spirit to be known in her standard form. Kurumi's inverse form is yet to be revealed, so maybe hopefully we'll get something like that in the future. That would be absolutely amazing. Going back to what I said at the start of the video when she was referred to as the worst spirit due to her brutal actions, this is because Mana reported that Kurumi is the most dangerous spirit ever known, having a personal kill count of 10,000 people, and this doesn't include spacequake victims, which is pretty impressive. That's a high kill to death ratio, but because of the way that Kurumi's power works, she does have no regard for human life, and she does just view it as a food source to restore her own time. Though there does seem to be some sort of justice method behind this. These people that she brutally murders would be rapists or animal abusers. So she just doesn't kill at random. She reminds me of like a light Yagami kind of a character. Because of this, we do see like a kind of more innocent side to her usual psychotic behaviour, as we do see that she has this soft spot for small animals and in particular cats. And this was shown in that episode where her and Shido went on that date and she saw the 4 guys, I think BB bulleting the cat, and she of course ends up doing what she does, and yeah, it gets crazy. As described by Shido, Kurumi is a girl with astonishing beauty, and that I can holler. She comes across with this really kind of cute persona, and definitely very, very polite. She's almost kind of like a model student. In terms of her appearance, she has this very long black hair, which she usually has tied in 2 long twin tails. Her right eye is red tinted, while her iconic left eye is that golden clock face. And of course this clock face also has clock hands, which represent her remaining time. Though when she's not in her spirit form, this eye is usually covered by her fringe. Kurumi's astral dress is Elohim, or Elohim, which basically means God in Hebrew. This dress is made out of orange and black frills. It gives her the appearance of an elegant gothic Lolita. Her twin tails in this case are uneven, and on her head she usually wears this red crimson bow to hold her hair together. She also wears a red and black collar around her neck, and something similar around her forearms. Kurumi's height is stated to be around 157 centimeters, and I also tracked down her 3 sizes for anyone that's interested. Cheeky. So it's B85, W59, and H87. When not in her spirit form though, we see Kurumi in 2 different attires in the show. One is the female winter uniform of Raisin High School, or that long black gothic Lolita dress, which looks nice. Of course, prior to becoming a spirit, they were all once human. Her backstory and history is quite a tragic one, and she's kind of got a bit of a betrayal backstory. So let me explain. She originally grew up as a daughter of a very rich family. In Kurumi's life as a human, she had a very strong sense of justice. She disliked the inequality in the world, and had a very strong desire to help those that were in need. But on one fateful day, everything changed. While she was returning home, she was attacked by a monster and was saved by a girl wearing a dress made of light. The girl introduced herself as Mio Takamiya and self-proclaimed herself to be an ally of justice. She would then tell Kurumi that the monster was called a spirit and asked Kurumi if she wanted power like hers to help her fight them. Because of Kurumi's very strong sense of justice, she accepted without hesitance. And she was given the Sephira crystal, if I've pronounced that right, containing her angel, Zafkiel. Once again, if I've pronounced that right. Of course, accepting this crystal, she bonded with it and unknowingly turned herself into one of those spirits that she sought to destroy. Kurumi and Mio started working together for a while, hunting down spirits, with Kurumi killing at least over 50 spirits during that time. Until one day, after killing a spirit, Kurumi left Mio with the unusual task of cleaning up the body rather than leaving it there like usual. And this time she decided to turn back and invite Mio to come with her to her friend Sawa's house. However, to Kurumi's horror, instead of a monster lying on the ground, she found that the body was in fact her best friend Sawa, lying dead as Mio was holding a red Sephira crystal. Quickly realizing that Sawa was in fact the spirit that she had just killed, Kurumi started to lose control and inverse. Though before she completely transformed, she managed to use her fourth bullet on herself and reverse time to prevent the transformation by returning to a moment just before being extremely overwhelmed. Following this, Mio revealed the truth to Kurumi, both about her identity as being the first spirit and how the crystals actually bond with humans, turning them into the monsters they sought to destroy. After revealing this, Mio turned to Kurumi and thanked her for all her work so far. She then caused Kurumi to start a spacequake before she eventually passed out. It's not said how much time had passed, but eventually Kurumi woke up with absolutely no recollection of what had happened. The only thing that she did know was how the powers of her angel worked. With no time to think though, the AST team had arrived and they were preparing to attack. Kurumi managed to flee the scene by escaping into one of her shadows. Once she was eventually safe, she used her 10th bullet on herself to regain all her memories. After this, Kurumi swore that she would use her 12th bullet to travel back in time in order to kill Mio and prevent the existence of spirits from ever happening. Kurumi's angel is Zafkiel, and this name means beholder of God or the contemplation of God. Her angel takes the form of a huge clock face, and she has an old-fashioned pistol and musket, which acts as the minute and hour hands. Kurumi's angel is of course very powerful, but it does come at a huge cost. Every time that she uses one of its abilities, it consumes a bit of her time, which incenses her life essence or life force. In order for Kurumi to replenish or stock up on her life force, she has the ability to absorb the time of anyone who steps into the boundary of her shadows. And she also has quite an overwhelming skill when it comes to this. She can target a large crowd by summoning a giant red barrier that serves as a similar function. She calls this the City of Devouring Time. Of course, her left eye is in function with her angel. The clock in her eye moves clockwise when she has to use any of this life force to power her angel. To activate any power she needs from her angel, she first needs to call her and position her flintlock at the number of the bullet on the angel. Next, she needs to shoot the bullet at the target with the gun. In the event that she needs to use the power on herself, and we saw this quite often, she'd then require to shoot herself. Of course, the pistol and musket both possess special bullets as well. Depending on the bullet and the hour that the pistol is pointed at will determine the effect that is used. Also, a quick did you know, but the bullet names are named after the Hebrew alphabet. So the first bullet accelerates time on a target, the second bullet slows down time on a specific target, the third bullet causes the target or subject to age, the fourth rewinds time on a target or subject, however it does have no effect on those who are already deceased. The fifth bullet allows Kurumi to see a glimpse of the future. The sixth bullet sends the consciousness of its target into the body of a past version of themselves, so kind of like how she'd use it on her clones. However, unlike the 12th bullet, which we'll get to in just a bit, the user is only able to travel back for about a maximum of a few days, regardless of how much time is used. The 7th bullet temporarily freezes time on a target or subject. The 8th creates a clone of a target or subject. The 9th allows Kurumi to share her senses with someone in a different time or dimension. The 10th bullet peeks into the past of a target. The 11th allows Kurumi to directly devour a spirit's power, which is quite an incredible one. And finally the 12th, which sends its target or object through time. While a lot of people resemble time with Kurumi, it's in fact shadow, which is her primary power. Combined with the power of the 8th bullet, she can create a clone that has all her experiences, memories, and abilities. These clones can also take the form of long white hands with a red outlining when they are in Kurumi's shadows. However, as these clones are actually past selves, they sometimes may contain feelings which the current Kurumi no longer possesses. And Kurumi being Kurumi, she will not hesitate to kill these clones if they choose to disobey her. Though important to mention, it's only the original Kurumi that is capable of using her spirit powers, but the clones can still use her guns, summon and dismiss spatial quakes at will, and even summon the City of Devouring Time. Like I've just quickly mentioned there, Kurumi does also have the ability to summon space quakes at will, as we saw when she confronted Shido on the school rooftop. But thanks for watching. This was my video, facts about Kurumi Tokisaki from the series Data Live. I hope you enjoyed this video. I spent a lot of time making this one, but of course if you want to see more of these anime fact videos, figure reviews, subscription boxes and more, hit the subscribe button right now. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to smash the like button, share this video with a friend, or leave me a comment on any of the cool Kurumi facts in the section below. But that is it from me. I will see you in the next video. Take care.